You know, many marriages are destroyed today. They have divorce because one, the devil is attacking marriages. Number two, people are selfish. Because when you made a covenant to marry somebody, what you did was to swear to love that person. And that love was supposed to be unconditional. That is why God says he hates divorce. Because marriage is about tolerance. People who divorce and remarry are going to hellfire for breaking that covenant. Marriage is a covenant between the man, the woman, and God. Three of you. The moment you are saying, I vow to marry this man, to be his wife, to this, that moment he paid your bride price, you have covenanted with God. And there is a blessing for every marriage. That's what God says. He that finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor from the Lord. I warn men, you find side chicks, you find girlfriends, you obtain curses from God. Because anything that is opposite of obedience to God's will, and you do it in your own selfish interest, then you get a curse from God. So I tell men, if you are cheating on your wife, you think you are enjoying life, you are receiving curses from God. But if you find a wife and you remain with your wife, you find blessings from God. So those your girlfriends you're having sex with outside marriage, and you go ahead to disobey God, you get a curse. Any disobedience at all attracts curses. Disobedience to God's will is sin. That is what sin is. Sin is transgression of the law, disobeying God. So sin comes with a curse, and the curse will attract punishment, and the punishment will come with the spirit of death. That's the final state of sin. Death, destruction. And God says the way that seemeth right unto a man, the end is destruction. So I talk to you people who marry and divorce and go and remarry. You are in error. You are heading to hell already. Because you are living in disobedience. Before you marry, you should have asked God for the man and the woman and waited for his answer before you entered. When you say you don't want to stay in that marriage anymore, maybe let's assume there is an abuse. I don't know why this message is coming. If there is an abuse in that marriage, the man wants to kill you or this or that, whatever the case may be, I don't know. And it's an extreme case where your life is at risk. Then, if you separate yourself from that man, because God does not want it, you don't remarry. So that you can make heaven. If you remarry, you are going to hell. That covenant is not broken until the man is dead. Until the woman is dead. The covenant of marriage. But many Christians, even pastors, they divorce and remarry. They divorce and remarry, and they preach it to their members. I pity those of you who attend those kind of churches. And I want Christians to read their Bible and obey God. Because on Judgment Day, what your pastor said cannot defend you before God. Your pastor is not your advocate before God. Only Jesus Christ is. That is why he died and shed his blood for you and me. To reconcile us with Father. Some of you, my pastor, my pastor. Your pastor will lead you to hell. That's your ticket to hell. Because you are not obeying God's commandments, and your pastor is not. He's a wolf in sheep's clothing, but you love it so, because whatever he says is in alignment with your own opinion and preferences. So you would rather compromise God's standards and commandments and follow him and say you are serving God. If you don't serve God according to God's will, you cannot enter his kingdom. Lord Jesus Christ said it himself, I didn't say this. Matthew 7. It says, not all that says Lord, Lord will enter into the kingdom of heaven, but those who do the will of the Father. I did not say, that was Jesus Christ. That's what he said in the Bible.